I don't think there is any factor that will bring about reduction. What I see is that depending on if the burden can be transferred for goods or for those who can clearly transfer their the price, the addition into their cost, I tell you, they will clearly do that. For most SMEs, when taxes are involved, what they do is that they transfer it on the final consumer. And when they transfer it to final consumer, what that means is that you are going to pay relatively more. That is what it means. So, but for those who knows that, for those who know that it's difficult for them to transfer the tax burden, then they will bear it. Quote and unquote, it might erode part of what they will claim as profit. So, but somebody must pay. Either the business owners are paying or the final consumer is paying. It also depends on how people in the informal sector are able to understand and able to translate this. If they see it as additional cost on them, note that this is still 2025, 2026. By 2027, and the people are expected perhaps to pay, depending on the method government wants to use, then you might be seeing this. It depends on how people will accept this. But for me, I think for us not to have issues in the coming period, it might be good for us to consider right now, for us to consider perhaps taking it to the assembly for an amendment before it is too late.
Dr. Paul, before I let you go, let's look at the campaign season will soon start. I would like to have maybe your outlook as to what you want to hear in terms of economic policy. I think President Bola Tinubu is as clear as crystal. He's not going back on removing subsidy from all the places he's removed it. Capital economy, more right-leaning in terms of his approach to his economic management. So what outlook do you expect to see maybe from the opposition that may be different from the offerings that we should be expecting?
Well, I think this is where we want to know whether Nigeria is actually growing in terms of growing in politics, where we want to see what opposition would say differently. For instance, the president has since adjusted his taxes. He has increased for those who are earning higher and has also cut some lower limits from those who paid 7%. The new tax starts from 11% thereabouts. So those who are coming at opposition, what are you bringing differently? What is your policy on taxation? If you are saying that you have no policy on taxation, the question will be, why should we then vote for you? What is your policy on PMS? Is it the same? Then what are you bringing differently? If you have the same thing in mind as the current president is doing, then why should we vote for you? Then, so politicians, especially across political party or major political party, I think about 3 or 4 of them, they should right now start engaging Nigerians as to what they will do differently. We have also seen that the government has rebased inflation, readjusted the basket and also rebased inflation. We have seen inflation reduce based on adjustment and also relative stability of Naira to about 15.1%. If they are in government, what will they do differently? What will projection for inflation? What will projection for unemployment? Just yesterday, we saw World Bank, day before yesterday, warning Nigerians among other African countries as to what unemployment could be or job losses could be. Now, if this is what World Bank is saying, what exactly should we be looking at for those who are supposed to be in government? We have seen crises erupted in Middle East. How will they have responded to it? We have also seen insecurity. So I also think that journalists should come together this time to ask questions. Then for those who are in government, they have seen their successes. They have also seen areas where they need to work. What will they do differently? And I mean, this time, we have to be crystal clear as to the things that we need to do one after the other.